The night has fallen, and it's time to delve into the dark abyss of YouTube. The veil of darkness cloaks the world, and the only sound piercing the silence is the frantic rhythm of terrified breaths. An old television flickers to life in a dimly lit room, its spectral glow casting long, ominous shadows. It's the portal to an eerie realm, a window into the macabre side of the internet. Its flickering light is your only guide as you journey into the spine-chilling world of YouTube's darkest videos. These are not your typical videos. They're not meant to entertain or amuse. No, these are the kind of videos that make your skin crawl, your heart pound, and your mind race with fear. They are the digital embodiment of your worst nightmares, the kind of videos that linger in your thoughts long after the screen goes dark. In the depths of YouTube, hidden away from the viral videos and the trending topics, lies a trove of terror. Here you'll find quick flashes of a foggy forest, with a dark shadow slithering among the trees, its distant wails echoing in your ears. You'll stumble upon a grandfather clock striking midnight, its ominous chimes setting the stage for the unnerving movements of a tiny figure in a dollhouse that seems almost alive. You'll wander down the dark corridors of an abandoned hospital, the flickering lights revealing a shadowy figure that vanishes just as quickly as it appears. You'll uncover an old VHS tape filled with unsettling drawings and spectral figures that appear and vanish amongst the shadows. And finally, you'll encounter a TV filled with static, an old telephone ringing in the background, a distorted voice reciting a creepy nursery rhyme. Quick flashes of eyes, mouths, and hands flicker across the screen, each one more terrifying than the last. But remember, once you start this journey, there's no turning back. The darkness pulls you in, the terror seeps into your bones, and the only way out is to keep going, to keep watching, to keep descending further and further into the abyss. So as the old television in the dim room slowly fades to black, a single question lingers in the air. Prepare for a chilling journey into the depths of fear. First, we journey into a foggy forest, where darkness hides more than just the trees. A shroud of mist blankets our first chilling tale, cloaking the world in a veil of fog. As we delve deeper into the heart of the forest, the line between the natural and the supernatural begins to blur. The trees, shrouded in darkness, stand tall and foreboding. Their twisted branches reach out like skeletal hands, a silent plea to the heavens, or perhaps a warning to those who dare to tread their path. In the distance, a shadow moves, a silhouette darker than the night itself, an enigma that defies explanation. Is it an animal, a human, or something far more sinister? The figure flits in and out of sight, a wisp of darkness against the dense green foliage. Its movements are erratic, almost unnatural, as if it's not bound by the laws of nature. The forest is eerily silent, and yet there's a feeling of being watched. The rustling leaves whisper secrets to the wind, and the creaking branches tell tales of things unseen. Every shadow seems to hold a mystery. Every gust of wind carries a sigh, a lament, a warning. It's a symphony of unease, a testament to the primal fear of the unknown. And then, from the heart of the forest, a wail echoes. It's a distant cry full of pain and despair. It's a sound that chills the blood and quickens the pulse. A sound that resonates with the deepest, darkest corners of our psyche. It's a cry that speaks of a torment too great for words, a sorrow too profound for tears. As quickly as it began, the wail fades, swallowed by the oppressive silence of the forest. But its echo lingers, a ghostly reminder of the terror that lurks within the foggy veil. Next, we step into a child's room at midnight, where a dollhouse holds a tiny terror. In the stillness of the night, the only sound heard is the distant tolling of a grandfather clock. The last stroke of midnight echoes through the room, a haunting reminder of the fleeting time. The room is quiet, save for the soft whispers of the wind against the window pane. The moonlight casts a ghostly glow, painting shadows that dance and writhe on the walls. The focus, however, is not on the room itself, but what lies within. At the center of this seemingly innocent child's room sits a dollhouse. A miniature abode filled with tiny furniture, painted figures, and intricate details that mimic a real house. It's a child's plaything, a source of endless joy and imagination. But as the clock strikes midnight, the dollhouse transforms into a vessel of terror. There's a tiny figure inside, a doll, frozen in its miniature world. Its painted eyes, once filled with a joyous glint, now stare blankly into the abyss. But then something uncanny happens. The doll, once an inanimate object, begins to move. It's unnatural, eerie, almost as if it has been possessed by something unseen. Its limbs twitch and jerk in a grotesque dance, its painted smile now a grimace of terror. The dollhouse is no longer a sanctuary of childhood innocence, but a stage for a macabre puppet show. The figure moves through the dollhouse with a sinister purpose, its every action a chilling spectacle. The doll continues its eerie dance, its movements growing more frantic with each passing second. It's a sight that could chill the bravest hearts, a spectacle of innocence corrupted. The dollhouse, once a symbol of joy and imagination, is now a theater of nightmares. As we leave this chilling scene, we can't help but wonder, what force could make a child's toy come alive in such a horrifying manner? Is it a spectral presence, a malevolent spirit, or something even more sinister? Innocence corrupted, a child's plaything turned nightmare. Now, we venture into the echoing halls of an abandoned hospital where the past refuses to die. A shiver snakes up your spine as we delve deeper into the cold, desolate corridors of a long-forgotten medical facility. The once bustling epicenter of healing and hope, now a hollow shell echoing with the memories of its former life. The air is heavy with the scent of decay and the palpable remnants of human despair. Imagine, if you will, a shadowy figure that appears to dance in the flickering, unreliable illumination. It moves with a speed that is both unsettling and eerily silent, here one moment and gone the next. Each time the lights dim, the figure vanishes, only to reappear a heartbeat later in a different location. It's as if the very walls of the hospital are alive, breathing out these apparitions from its storied past. The chilling ambiance of the hospital is heightened by the rhythm of the flickering lights. Their sporadic dance, casting long, monstrous shadows, paints a haunting tableau of dread and anticipation. The figure, a blurred phantom, seems to be an unwilling participant in this macabre ballet of light and shadow. Each echo, each flicker, each shadowy movement seems to whisper tales of the countless souls who once sought solace within these walls. The hospital, in its prime, bore witness to the entire spectrum of human existence, from the joyous miracle of birth to the heart-wrenching finality of death. And now it stands as a monument to the fleeting nature of life, a spectral beacon left to haunt the world of the living. The shadowy figure, perhaps a lost soul or a residual echo of past events, serves as a chilling reminder of the hospital's history, forever etched into its decaying walls. As we step out of the chilling confines of this abandoned hospital, we leave with an unsettling question echoing in our minds. What horrors did this place witness, and what refuses to leave? The answer, it seems, is left to the flickering shadows and the spectral figure, forever trapped in this haunting dance of light and darkness. Our next stop is a decaying memory where a spectral figure lurks. Picture this, an old VHS tape, its grainy footage flickering with the weight of time. We're brought into a dim room, its walls adorned with unsettling drawings. There's an air of unease that clings to every corner of this room, a palpable dread that creeps under your skin. Suddenly, a spectral figure manifests, a mere wisp of a presence that's barely there and yet undeniably real. It's a chilling sight, this apparition, flitting in and out of the shadows like a moth drawn to a flame. Its form is indistinct, wavering in and out of focus, but its presence is clear and dreadfully unsettling. And just as suddenly as it appeared, it vanishes, leaving behind nothing but the echoes of its spectral existence. The tape ends, but the memory lingers, a haunting reminder that some memories are best forgotten, for they hold the things we fear. Finally, we turn to a static-filled screen where distorted voices recite a chilling rhyme. A relic from a bygone era, an old television set flickers to life, casting an eerie glow in the dim room. The screen is filled with nothing but static, a visual noise that seems to draw you in, hypnotizing in its chaos. Suddenly, an old telephone rings, piercing the low hum of the static. The ring echoes in the silence, bouncing off the walls of the room, creating an unearthly symphony of fear. As the ring continues, quick flashes begin to appear on the television screen. Eyes wide with terror, mouths open in silent screams, hands reaching out from the abyss. Amidst this visual cacophony, a distorted voice begins to recite a nursery rhyme, each word twisted and garbled, turning the innocent verse into a chilling chant. The television screen, the telephone, the rhyme, all combine to create a video that truly chills the soul. Do you feel brave? Would you share these videos?